One is login.component.ts, login.component.html, and login.component.css. These three files are added into the project. Now let's go to login component.ts. Here, what should be the structure of this TypeScript file? So first we have to import component from, so the library @Angular /core. We have to import from Angular core and export login component. Login component is the class. Right. Actually, you are learning how to design component. You need to also understand the component cycle. That we will discuss later, because many people ask, sir, what is component lifecycle hooks and all this. As per the situation, we will discuss about that. So no hurry. That means now it is not the right time to discuss about that. Once you are aware of everything, then we will discuss about how the cycle works for component. So we will discuss, but in a right time, we will understand about that. So here in this class, I will just put public, a title is equal to login. I will say user login, that is the title defined. Okay, fine. Now we need to define metadata for this component. Metadata means what should be the selector name, from where it has to bring markup, from where it has to bring CSS. All these we need to define metadata. So how do we configure the metadata? So component, and the metadata of component, here we have to define selector. Selector indicates how we need to access this component, app-login. Okay. Next, this time, yesterday, we directly defined markup here. But now today, the markup will come from a separate HTML file. The markup will come from separate HTML file. Then you have to use template URL. Template, that means the markup is directly defined. Template URL, the markup comes from a separate file. Template URL, here you have to define from which file you are bringing the markup. So all are present in the same folder. So directly the name from where you are bringing the markup you have to define. That means login.component.html. This is the file from where the markup is coming. Now next, styles URL. Style URLs. Style URLs is an array, because there can be several style sheets for a single component. You know that CSS, there can be several style sheets for a single component. So it's an array, and you have to define the list of style sheets. So first one, only one style sheet we have added. Every component can have several style sheets, and that is login.component.css. That is where it has to come. That is login.component.css. That means the styles will come from this particular file. This is how we need to define the component. So previously the component contains selector. Yesterday we designed a contact component, and this contact component yesterday have directly selector and template. It's directly the markup is defined here itself, and it is having styles. So effects are also defined there itself. We defined the effects there itself. But now we have separate. That's the reason template URL from where to bring the markup, style URLs from where to bring the CSS. These are the options we need to define, right? So now let's go to HTML and keep some design. Login component.html page. This is HTML page. In HTML page, you need to design only what you want in the body section. So you should not design the complete document structure, doc type, HTML and all, because this is a component and not a complete HTML document. This component will be integrated into index page. Index page is already having the complete document structure. So you need to design only what you want inside the body section. So then I will just keep a div, and here a heading. In the heading, I want to bring the title defined in the property title. That means user login. So how we can access that? By using data binding expression. Data binding expression, the flower brace, here we can access the title. Whatever the title is defined there. And rest of the login screen I am designing. Simple data list, data term, username, some data definition, input type is equal to text, and another data term, password, and data definition, just design input type is equal to password, and another is button, a login. That is the simple design we have created. Currently, no events, no logic, just only simple design and presentation. Later we will learn about all the points, how to handle them, right? Okay. Now here, how we can define the effects for this presentation. So let's go to the CSS login component.css. So for example, so this div, I will put a class as container. That is the class. Div class is container. And these are currently we are using our own CSS. Right? In the next level, I will tell you how to put Bootstrap and use Bootstrap for presentation. Now this is container. I will go to component, and here I will put dot container. You know CSS. How do we write the CSS? Class, ID, type selectors. Container, I will just define here as a width, container width as 300 pixels, padding as 20 pixel, and margin as auto, and margin top